Hey, today we are going to go from the city out to Glenelg, Marino Rocks, and then back to the city in this wonderful loop that follows first the tram line, then along the waterfront and coming back along the train line. Now it's about 35 kilometers and there is a little bit of elevation, just over 100 meters of elevation, and it will take you around 1.5 to 2 hours. I would say allow about 2 hours for your first time if you haven't done it before. And so this is a really great loop if you're just starting out and you're wanting to build up your fitness and starting to get into those hills as well, rather than just being on the flats, because it gets your heart pumping and gets you into your legs and builds up the muscles in your legs without it being too scary when you're just starting out. But a great loop. I love doing this. I do it all the time, and it's just a nice variety as well, going along the beach and then back along the train line. So if you have a look here, I've already shown how to get from the city to Glenelg. So watch that video and then I'll see you at Glenelg and take you from Glenelg along the waterfront to the train line and then back to the spot in the city. Also, if you haven't already, if you could please subscribe to my channel. There should be a subscribe button about here. If you can hit that, because it helps my channel grow by feeding into the YouTube algorithm, which means then it reaches more people and more people can see these videos and get out there cycling without getting lost. Let's get going. Okay, here we are in Glenelg and I am facing the jetty. So the jetty is there and we are going to go left, south, along the waterfront. And we're going to go all the way on a bike path, all the way to the very end. It's a beautiful, beautiful ride. Now on the bike path there's always pedestrians, there's people, other cyclists, there's lots of people, kids, dogs. So you need to go slow and carefully. If you want to go a little bit faster, you can jump onto the road. That's what I always do. But for the purpose of this video, we will go along the bike path right to the very end. When you think that you've gone far enough, you probably haven't, keep going, and the bike path just stops and then it goes up a hill. We're going to go up that little hill. So enjoy. This is such a beautiful ride. It's really beautiful. I love looking at the ocean and just it's just wonderful. I love it. This is one of my favorite parts, even though you do have to go a little bit slow sometimes. But let's go and I'll see you at the end, and then it gets a little bit more tricky, and that's where I'll show you, because it goes off a bike path and we need to go on some back roads which are signposted, but I'll show you before we get onto another bike path. So when we get here, I often go on the road here, but for the purpose of the video, we're going to go along on the bike path. So it's easy to go along that road if you want to go a bit faster. And here we are at the end, and we're going to go up the hill. Okay, and here we are. We've come all the way from Glenelg along the waterfront to the end to Marino Rocks. So we've come from there. And so there's a hill behind me. I don't know if you can see it, the sun's in my eyes, so I can't actually see what you can see. But we're going to go up this hill. It says that it's a no-through road, but it is actually a through road. There's a little dirt track that we could go along, very short, and we come out the other side and we're going to take a hard left and go up another little tiny but steep hill. get our heart pumping, build up the muscle in our legs and build up our fitness. It's cool. So you can see there, it goes off the road, there's a little gravel path. It's okay, I go on my bike, it's fine. It's not very long, it's very, very short, and it brings us out to the road on the other side. And then we come out here. So the dirt path brings us out here, and the toilet's behind me. You get your bearings. There's the ocean, and there's a road there. We're not going to go up that road. We're going to go to immediately left, and we're going to go up that road. So you want to change down gear and make it as easy for yourself as possible. And just for your bearings, we're across from Marino Rocks Cafe. We're going to go left. When you see Marino Rocks Cafe, we're going to go left. You can see that sign. Don't know if you can see that, but cars steep. So make sure you change into an easier gear before you go up this hill. I love this hill. It's really short, but it's steep. And it was the first one, I was doing the circuit and coming up here that got me into loving hills and building up my fitness and my strength. And stand. Not many hills that make me stand, but this one always does. So, you can see it's short, but it gets your heart pumping. Okay, and I just wanted to stop at the top of the hill here for a second, because this is actually the way that we can go to the Coast to Vines trail, which takes us all the way down to McLaren Vale and Willunga. Now, I'm not going to do that now. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to get from the city to the start of the Coast to Vines trail on a really nice direct route that's mostly on bike paths. But just for now, if you have a look at this sign here, and so this is a sign that we're now going to be following. There's not a bike path initially, it's taking back roads, but it's very well signposted. So if you keep an eye out for these signs, there's lots of the painting of the bikes on the road. So you can't get too lost, but it can feel a bit tricky if you're used to following bike paths all the time. And so that's the way that you go to get to the start of the Coast to Vines rail trail. It's a wonderful, wonderful cycle. So watch my next video for how we get there. And then after that, I'll take you all the way down to McLaren Vale and Willunga and just show you what an amazing bike path that is. But for now, we'll stick to this one. We've just come up this hill here, and we're going to keep going straight up over the railway line, and we're going to turn left. So remember, follow these signs, Marino Rocks Greenway, and we're heading towards the city. It's 18 kilometres from here. We're going to go over the railway line, and we're going to turn left once we go over the railway line. The cycle lane, and on the right it's got a Marino Rocks Greenway sign. can see the sign here. It's telling us to go left. The train line all the way back to the city. So as long as you've got the train line on either left or the right of you, you can't get lost. So just remember the train line when you're cycling this route. We will end up on a bike path soon. Okay, this can be where it gets a little tricky. We're on King Street. So the train is there on our right. We're still following the train line, remember? So we're going to go right here on King Street, turn right. And see this sign here? City is right. So what we're going to do is we're going to cross over. Oh yay, the lights are green. It hardly ever happens. We're going to cross over the railway line and we're going to go right over the railway line here and take an immediate left. So we're going to go right and now straight away we're going to go left onto Addison Road. So that's always, that one's a really tricky one, and if you don't know what you're doing. And you can see that here now we've got painted bike paths, so just keep following those. That was really cool. That's the first time that light's ever been green for me. That was awesome. So now you can see we've got the train line is on our left. But we're going to go under the road further up here. And this is a wonderful piece of infrastructure. I just want to hug whoever came up with this. It's wonderful. We have a bike path that goes under the road. Yay! So we're going to go left here. We don't need to cross the road. We need to go under the road. Ta-da! Check this out. This is Oakland's train station that we're coming past now. I know I've said this a lot, but just remember the train line. If you just, the train line will mean that you don't get lost. And here we go, so when we come out from the underpass, we need to go left. And you can see that here on the sign. So you can see city 12 kilometres. Going over the train line, and the train line will now be on our right. Follow the signs. Follow the painted bike signs on the road and the blue Marino Rocks signs. And here we are, we're back on a bike path that takes us all the way back to the city. And so here we're on the Marion Rocks Greenway, a separated bike path all the way back to the city. There is a couple of little spots where we will need to go on the road, but nothing like we've just done, and it's very, very, very well signposted and very easy. I'll show you if there's any little tricky bits that I remember I had trouble with when I very first started cycling these circuits. I'll stop and let you know, but otherwise it's basically following this all the way back to the city. It's a great bike path. Up here we're actually just going to pass the Sturt River bike path, and that goes, oh, there goes the train. So remember, always keeping the train on the right or left and you can't get lost. But what I'm saying is the Sturt River bike path that joins up to the tram line as well and goes all the way out to the Veloway, which is another video that I'm going to show you. So just so that you know that all of these paths are actually quite connected, very well signed and just wonderful to ride on, with a little bit of the tricky parts of riding on the back streets. But it looks like, going by the sign behind me, that I think they're going to be fixing that up, which is fantastic. Yay! Cool. And here we have Sturt River Bikeway on the left and right. So there, Marino Rocks Greenway, city 10 kilometres. It's a little bit tricky, but we just cross the road here and go right and connect back onto the bike path. Railway Terrace, so you can see that. Follow this bike path. So the bike path ends just for a moment, and we need to turn right, and then we're going to cross the road up here on the left. So up here we need to cross on the left. You can see a sign there, but it's not in a very good location. There needs to be a bit more there. But we're going to go, oh, the light is green. And we're going left, and then we're going to go right at the end. So we're off the bike track for a minute, just on this footpath, but it's well signed. And here we go right. And if you've watched my other video, you'll see the Parklands Trail and the loop that you can do around the Parklands, and the showgrounds, which is all in my other video. So you can see we're almost back to where we started. So we go right here. It's a little bit off a bike path and back on the bike path, but very well signposted. So up here, we're going to go right onto the bike path. We'll go through this tunnel here. So there we are. Goodwood Station just up here on the right. And a swimming pool. There's a skate park in here. And this is where we get onto the Glenelg Mike Turtur bike path. We did a loop from the city out to Glenelg to Marino Rocks back to the city, going first along the tram line and back along the train line. So just a reminder, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I think it's here or here, I can't remember now. I've been cycling, so I can't remember which corner it goes in. But please subscribe, because this does help my channel grow and reach more people. And Join me for the next video where we're going to go from here out to the start of the Coast to Vines Trail. So I'll show you how to get from here on a direct route. It's pretty much similar to what we did today, but going in the other direction. But I'll record that so that then we can go from there down to McLaren Vale on a separated bike path the whole way. And follow me on Facebook and Instagram, both on Cycle Adelaide, South Australia. Bye!